busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital.
What is next for Ilia Topuria? Now, Ilia Topuria's got to heal. He's got to heal. And there's nothing Ilia Topuria can do because I feel he's set in his ways of how he goes about his fights, and how he goes about his fights aren't bad. I think he will always have a hard time with somebody who's able to withstand the shots that Ilia Topuria can.
Ilia Topuria's aura took a major hit at UFC 250, and the bigger concern coming out of the event is the injury he sustained. Dana White confirmed that Topuria suffered a suspected orbital fracture following a brutal night inside the octagon, calling it one of the toughest fights of his career, and noting that he's now been placed directly into recovery.
Ilia's in the hospital. He's busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And you know, tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good, and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax and rest and heal.
White also shared further details from the event, revealing that Justin Gaethje walked away with $825,000 in performance bonuses. A clear reflection of just how dominant and impactful his performance was on one of the biggest stages in the sport.
The bonuses tonight are fight of the night, Ilia Gaethje, the performance of the night, Gaethje and Gone. So Gaethje wins like $825,000 for bonus.
Reflecting on the fight afterward, Gaethje gave credit to Topuria's speed and effective body work early on, but noted that as the rounds progressed, Topuria's momentum noticeably faded. He suggested the pressure shifted as the fight wore on, and Topuria's confidence appeared to crack under the sustained exchanges.
Give him all the respect in terms of like his skill set in there. You know, he said probably the second best guy he prepared for outside of Khabib. But now that you're through Ilia, was he as good as you thought he was? Was he better than you thought he was? Just can you talk about what you experienced in there with him?
I mean, he's very good. I mean, my liver still hurts right now. The body shots were crazy. I mean, he was really, really fast, but you know, when he didn't get the finish at the end of the second round, I think it really took his spirit. And you know, again, I said it in the press conference leading up. I was like, he really backed himself into a corner, saying he's going to be so dominant. And I said it. When we go to the second round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? When we go to the third round, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Gaethje expanded on his own mental approach, explaining that absorbing significant punishment while remaining composed has always been part of his identity as a fighter. The adversity, he said, pushed him into a deeper survival mode once things got difficult inside the cage.
It's really hard to put it into words right now. I mean, just trying to enjoy this moment. And yeah, it was such a crazy ride. We had a lot of delays. A couple of the rehearsal delayed, tonight delayed. But yeah, you know, these are again, I wouldn't recommend this to my enemy. We are some of the toughest people on this earth. Mentally, physically, all these guys up here and all the guys that lost tonight. We, and me specifically, I've said it from day one, I'm a promoter's wet dream. And I proved that tonight.
Gaethje revealed he had mentally prepared himself for the possibility of losing, using that mindset to access a more primal level of fight. He described being rocked, hurt to the body, and pushed to his limit, yet finding a way to dig in and survive the worst moments. The conversation around his power only intensified when an old clip resurfaced of Khabib Nurmagomedov calling Gaethje the hardest hitter he'd ever faced inside the UFC, a comment that's now being revisited in light of his performance.
My fight was Justin Gaethje, last fight. It was like when I go to the cage, you know, this guy, he hit like truck, you know, like nobody hit harder than Justin Gaethje. His kick, his punch, his left hook, right uppercut, you know, it's like, but I make him hit me, you know. When I go to the cage and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring him to the deep ocean. Yeah, deep ocean is like I'm gonna make him tired on stand up, and I'm gonna bring him on ground and finish him there. You know, first of all, what I have to do because he have very good wrestling base. He is very good wrestlers, and like beginning of fight, I knew like this guy don't let me wrestling, and I go through on his punch kicks. And you know, it's like everything what happened with father, like I was think like
to the title picture, Michael Bisping argued that Arman Tsarukyan has done enough to earn the next lightweight title opportunity, stating that no other contender currently holds a stronger claim and that the division should move in his direction immediately.
There's one name, and we all know whose name that is. It's Arman Tsarukyan. He is the guy that should get the shot. I think Justin Gaethje deserves right now to go and do whatever he wants to do, take as much time off as he likes, within reason. But Arman Tsarukyan needs to be the first defense. The man has been beating everybody. I mean, he's phenomenal. I mean, some of the performances that he's had, the finishes that he's had, and just the run that he's on, and the popularity that he has gained. You know, I mean, look at that, beating Charles Oliveira. I mean, destroying Dan Hooker last time out. And look at that, I guess, Beneil Dariush. It was mere seconds, like 16 seconds or something crazy like that. Arman Tsarukyan.
Tsarukyan, for his part, didn't hold back in mocking Topuria following the loss, making clear he believes he's next in line for a title shot. He's been particularly active on social media, taunting Topuria and even joking about offering financial help for medical expenses. On the other side of the reaction spectrum, Demetrius Johnson came to Topuria's defense, pointing out that elite champions, including Georges St. Pierre and John Jones, have all suffered losses at some point, and that setbacks don't define a fighter's legacy. Johnson expressed confidence that Topuria can return and reach even greater heights.
Topuria is 29 years old. He's made a ton of fucking money. And, I mean, every great athlete loses. GSP lost. I've lost. I've gotten knocked out. Only person who hasn't lost, actually, he has lost. He lost to Hamill. John Jones has also lost. All the greats have lost, ladies and gentlemen. We've all lost, and that doesn't say that Ilia Topuria can't come back.
Johnson also weighed in on potential next opponents for Topuria, suggesting a stylistic matchup against Tsarukyan, given his wrestling pedigree and movement could make for a compelling fight. He noted that fight length plays a significant role in strategy, pointing out that 3-round bouts leave far less room for in-fight adjustments compared to 5-round title fights, where momentum can shift more dramatically.
Versus Arman Tsarukyan, that'll be a sick fight too. He's gonna have to deal with Arman Tsarukyan's athleticism, his wrestling, just his will to move around and just be dynamic as an athlete. You know, can Arman withstand Ilia Topuria's power if he get him out? Now, next time Ilia Topuria fights, if it isn't a title fight, it's gonna be 3 rounds. So Ilia Topuria has less rounds to work with. If it's a title fight, so he's got 5 rounds, it changes the strategy a little bit. You guys don't realize that. When you're doing a 3-round fight versus a 5-round.
Paddy Pimblett added his own layer to the post-fight reactions, resurfacing an old tweet from Topuria aimed at him following Pimblett's win over Michael Chandler. Pimblett used the moment to fire back with sharp sarcasm, referencing Topuria's stoppage loss and positioning himself in the conversation around the division's future direction, while also offering congratulations to Gaethje. Comedic commentary continued from other corners as well, with a parody impression of Islam Makhachev reacting to the result, joking that Topuria should prioritize recovery before considering bigger fights.
Ждали на этом турнире, но вот Хабиб на нашем подкасте сказал, что он не хотел бы, чтобы ты там дрался. Сейчас ты понимаешь, почему он это сказал?
Плюс-минус понимаю, но у нас были разговоры. Я уже, как говорил, там в Твиттере я выкладывал. Иногда, если я молчу, все думают, что соперник, если разговаривает, то он правду говорит. Мне утром позвонили, предложили бой, я согласился. Ничего не прося, мне сами предложили бой с плюсом в гонораре. Потом на следующим утром перезвонили, сказали, что Топурия захотел где-то 20 что ли, миллионов. Ему отказали, и все, бой сорвался. И через пару часов его менеджер дал интервью, сказал, что нас не устроила сумма, чтобы подраться с Исламом, ну, за те же деньги.
Когда ты молчишь, они болтают, и люди начинают им верить просто в интернете, я думаю. Травма, они уже обо мне переживают. Прими там бой, я приму, но нет уже контракта, как я приму? Что я приму вообще? У меня нет никаких...
Islam's coming back from an injury, a hand injury. As soon as he's ready, we'll figure out what's next for him.
У меня есть старая травма руки, но это после завершения моей карьеры я ее буду оперировать. Но сейчас это не причина, что бои какие-то срывались. На делах мы видели, что было вот сейчас. Кто-то скажет, что это неправда, но я могу показать переписки с моим менеджером, мы с ним созванивались, переписывались. Я уже говорил тоже, мне он позвонил. В Белом доме бой против Топурии. Я говорю, все, давай сразу. И дали мне, я даже не просил, они говорят, Али, гонорар поднимается, потому что в Белом доме. Я говорю, еще лучше.
Makhachev also addressed his recovery from a hand injury, stating that plans for his next fight will take shape once he's fully healthy. He pushed back on suggestions that an injury was the reason for the earlier fight falling through, maintaining that he had accepted the matchup unconditionally before it was called off. Regardless of the details, the broader takeaway remains the same. Topuria's aura has taken a hit, and he'll need to rebuild before making any major claims about his position in the division. As for the headline result itself, Gaethje's fourth-round TKO victory over Topuria has been described as a massive upset and a genuine shift in the lightweight landscape, with Gaethje outworking Topuria